Hi, and thank you for having me here to talk to you today. One of the things I like to share before I really get into the topic is why I got into what I was doing. I had a six-figure income working in the corporate world. I had it made. But one day, something happened. One day, I decided I wanted to change what I was doing. So picture this. I'm in a river raft. We're on the river. I'm a mother of two children. One's a 12-year-old boy, the other's a 15-year-old boy. And the 12-year-old boy has on a yellow helmet, and I can see him bobbing down the biggest rapid on the Eagle River away from the boat. He had fallen out of the boat, and he's bobbing down the river. Now, I'm not the alarmist kind of mother, but go back 12 months from that event, and I'm sitting in a church pew, and there's a woman that we're burying that day. She's my age. She died river rafting, right? Okay, so we decided that we wanted to go river rafting because when I was a child, we're going way back in time, when I was a child, we were a blue-collar family. It was, my dad was a tinner. He made maybe $40,000 a year, right? The first year out of college, I made more than my dad did when he retired. So we didn't have a lot of money. But I had the opportunity when I was in 7th grade to go river rafting with a group of 12 friends. $1,000 it cost us. And my family pulled that money together. And that was the most exciting thing I did in my entire high school career. I loved it. I loved it. So now I had a 6th grader graduating to 7th grade. I wanted to share that joy and freedom with them, right? So we decided to take a half-day river rafting trip when my 6th grader graduated into 7th grade. Now, my boys have always been in Boy Scouts, so they know how to swim. Every year they have to take a test, that kind of thing. I was not worried about them. So it's May 11th. The water is freaking freezing. It had snowed the night before. It was like 40 degrees, but the sun's out, so it's really nice. So we're all in yellow helmets, black skin suits, red vests, and a bright blue boat. It was a very colorful event. So we get in and we go through the spiel, right, the safety spiel. We don't listen because nobody falls out of the dang boat, right? Nobody ever falls out of the boat. So I remembered when I was a kid, I got to sit in the front because I was so little, right? I was a little kid. I got to sit in the front and you put your feet under the boat. Have you been river rafting? Raise your hand if you've been river rafting. You know, you got to shove your feet under there, right? So I decided to sit in the back so my son could sit in the front. So he shoves his feet. He's just got a strap and I've got the big thing. So we get in. So it's me, my youngest son, my ex-husband, my oldest son, and then Eric's our tour guide. Now, who doesn't have a wetsuit on? Eric, right? Because he's the tough river rat. So there are three boats going down. Our family of 4, then a family of 6 with like little twiggy 7-year-olds. So it's not a scary river, right? Little twiggy kids. And then you have the boat of all the river rats. Because they have to go down first before they can start taking clients, right? So 3 boats going down the river. So we get in and we're all excited and we do the first rapid and water's all over me. Water's all over my youngest son. Water's all over my ex-husband. Not a damn drop right there. That oldest son didn't get wet at all. So we get to a level area. We loved the first rapid. And my youngest son jumps out of the boat, and he's floating around, right? He's having a great time. He has his feet up like he's supposed to, that kind of thing, holding on. So it's time to pull him back in the boat, and I try and pull him back in the boat. I can't. My ex-husband has to pull him back in the boat. Now it's rapid number 2, dead cow rapid. Anybody have an idea of why it's the dead cow rapid? There was a dead cow caught one year in an eddy, and he disintegrated in the river. Yuck. Anyway, it was a fun rapid. I'm getting all wet. My youngest son's getting all wet. My ex-husband's getting all wet. Who didn't get wet? Yeah. Number 1 son didn't get wet. So, being the kind of mom I am, I work it out with Eric. We're going to get that kid wet on the last rapid, the rodeo. So here we go. We turn the boat around, right? So Eric's right behind me. Now he can't really see the river very well. The river's high this year. It's a class 3 pushing a class 4 rapid. We're all having the best time of our lives. And we are going to make Brian wet. So stroke, stroke, thump. I'm sitting, back bending over the boat. My feet are tied in, but my youngest son is out in the river. And he's standing like this. What do I do? Do you know that you're not supposed to stand in the river? That's the most dangerous thing you can do. You have to pick your feet up, right? So Eric and I are yelling, put your feet up, put your feet up. We are still stuck on the rock. My son starts bouncing down the river. Eric's shaking the boat, trying to get us off. The second boat comes around us. You see my son shove the oar at the family with the twiggy kids. The dad grabs the oar. It's slimy and wet. My son keeps floating down the river. The boat is now off of the rock. We are digging in for all we've got. Stroke, stroke. I have never dug in so hard going down the river. We are trying to beat that river like you would not believe it. I'm wondering if I should get out of the boat and go swimming after my son, but I don't, because they would save me first, right? Then I see my son by the river rats, and I see this big arm, all hairy with black hair, reaching out, grabbing the back of his life vest and throwing him in the boat. There is no CPR going on. Nobody's paying attention. They're just riding the river. I calm down. They don't care. I don't care. Life is good. We're riding down the river. And then I told you the rodeo was the last one. Then you get out. 6 burly guys get out of their boat. 6 burly guys pick up the boat with a 130-pound child in it, and they carry it to the beach. I totally stopped living at that moment. My son had not moved. Eric's yelling in my ear, Leslie, Leslie! I am the only one on this side of the boat. There's this big tree right in my face. So I start back at stroking for all I'm worth, right? We finally get off of that, and my son and I walk to each other. He's getting out. And we just lean into each other like the A. Mom, I thought I was going to die. And that's why I do what I do. Live passionately. You never know how much time you have left.